Hey, what's up, guys? Jeff from My Wife Still Likes Me. I hope you are having a wonderful holiday season. I am by myself again, and we are going to talk about a game plan going into the holiday season today. So we'll be right back.
What year is it again?
All of that really is my wife.
Should I leave?
And we're gonna roll an intro I haven't made yet, but hopefully it looks good.
Your voice changes when you do that.
Still married, I think.
Oh my gosh.
It is the holiday season. I am in what is eventually going to be my office. I have one wall painted, and then the rest of it you can't see. It's just all storage and stuff. It's kind of crazy here. I'll show you real quick. It is a mess. So look, that's just a mess. Anyway, hopefully your Christmas doesn't look as messy and dysfunctional as my office does. But as you're going into the holiday season, we talked about last week, what are some things you need to say no to? And hopefully it's less holiday parties, but the few things that you did decide, hey, we're going to go and we're going to commit, and that's what we're going to do. There's a couple of thoughts and things that I think we can process. I'm reading notes from my phone, so that's why I'm looking down. I don't have my fancy table. We're trying to get it all set up. I just got back from the grocery store and date day. It's Friday, so I apologize if you were looking for this yesterday. But holiday parties are inevitable, right? We could try to say no to all of them, but there's a few that we end up going to, and we end up going and having a good time, hopefully. But there's usually a lot of undue stress and a lot of things that get crazy and stuff like this. And so a lot of this is stuff you'll want to talk to your spouse about, because with a little bit of communication and a game plan, you can get through all of your holiday parties, hopefully with as few issues as possible and no really craziness. So here are a couple of things that I think are super helpful that we have done as we go through holiday parties, just having experience with little kids and then bigger little kids. Game plan, right? Especially if you got multiple events on one day. Remember, like, kids are structured. My kids took a nap at the same time every day. And so if there was a party that was during that time, we either said we were going to be really late or have to leave early because our kids need to keep their structure. So we keep our structure with our kids and through their nap times. So when are your kids going to take a nap? When are you going to take a nap? And then if you want to call this self-care, when are you and your spouse going to get away for that quality time or physical time that you're going to have with your spouse? Because those are things that tend to get pushed off to the side, and they shouldn't, because they're important, right? Have answers to the inevitable questions that you know you're going to get. When are you two going to get married? When are you having a baby? When's the next baby? What are you planning after graduation? What are your career and lifestyle questions? All of the things your in-laws are going to ask you that are horribly inappropriate and they just don't understand yet who you are or what your dreams are. Have the candid answer. You don't need to give your friends their life story. If you're not planning to get married, just tell them you're not planning to get married yet. If there are no babies on the way, tell them you're having too much fun practicing. They will not look at you the same ever again. But you know those questions are coming, so you're not put on the spot. Talk to your spouse, have the same answer. Kind of like you're trying to have your stories together before interrogation, because you know they're coming. So there's less stress. Either be blunt, tell them it's none of their business, or have some candid answer that's ready to go. But talk about it so you both have the same answer. You may stumble across something that says, I didn't think that was our answer. I want another baby. But, you know, that's a whole different discussion. You guys need to go down that road and figure that out. Identify your support system and talk to them. And what I mean by support system is hopefully you have those one or two family members that understand all of the stress and the craziness that comes with going through all of these holiday parties. Identify them and talk to them and make sure they know that when it's time and when you need help, they're the go-to person that you can call on. We have a great support system here. Anytime I need something, I can call on some specific family members, and they are there and they are ready to go, and they help us get through it. So whatever that is, identify those people for your family so that they know that they are ready to manage the kids for a couple of minutes, so you can go to the bathroom, you can go get a drink, you can make your own plate of food, something like that, right? Because kids are exhausting. They are. I have 3 of them, and I feel like I can't keep up with 2, and we're playing zone defense. And so identify your support system. take care of yourself during these parties, right? Don't get to the end of the day that you become irritable and snippy and then your ride home is quiet because nobody wants to talk to each other. Stop and rest. Take care of yourself in the parties. Gathering with family and coworkers and friends is amazing, but planning for a rest or a spot to take a break or taking a nap while your kids take a nap are all things that we need to consider and think about. And then with our kids, this is always the challenging one. Our kids are excited. They're running around. Their cousins may not have the same rules and process and guidelines as you do. And that's just every family is different. Every family has how they're structured and how they do it. It's not that they're wrong, but make sure your kids remember that your rules apply, right? Your way of doing things at home, but also that Grams's rules apply or Auntie's rules apply, that when you're at somebody else's house, you have to play and follow by their rules. And that's okay. There's going to be a lot of repeating and reminding. We like to sit down with our kids before we get in the car and remind them of their expected behavior. And then we do it again before we get out of the car, wherever we're going. Hey, we're at so-and-so's house. There's a lot of nice things. Let's try not to touch things. Let's be nice. Let's be kind. And the 3 questions I always ask, is it true? Is it kind? And is it helpful right now? And if it's not one of those 3 things, we tell our kids we probably don't need to worry about it. So remind them that there are rules. Have the conversations. Kids are pretty understanding. You're going to have to remind them all the time. But take care of things and let them know ahead of time what's expected. And be serious about nap time, right? My kids are too big for consistent naps. Every so often they take a nap when we feel like they're just a little on edge. But taking time to make sure that they have a space and a time to take a nap. As weird as it sounds, if your kid is not in one of those car seats that reclines, nap in the car from one party to the next is not probably the best. But some rest time, maybe watch a movie just to take their mind away from all the excitement, something like that. And then something that we do for all of our events all across the year, something that we call the mom bag. So my wife carries around a purse like most ladies do, but she also carries around a bag that has coloring books and crafts and weird things for my son to do. And when we're on road trips, it sits in the front seat. And so when our kids are just bored and they're asking for stuff to do, we can go in the mom bag. And they ask all the time. You know, they'll be like, Mommy, can I have something out of the mom bag? I'm bored. And so we take that bag with us when we go on trips. You know, when we go on parties and stuff, it may stay in the truck, but it's close enough that, hey, I'm going to run outside and get a craft or something little. You can get little things at the dollar store. They're these little itty bitty coloring books and they come with 3 crayons in it. It's kind of like the stuff you get at the kids menu at, like, you know, your favorite restaurant. Shove those in the bag so that if the kid has a couple of minutes where they need an activity that's outside of what's happening, they can. And we call it the mom bag. We carry it with us. It's usually by the front door. So if we're leaving for a while, I usually have no idea what's in it. I know it's there. And so sometimes I can just pick it up and take it with us and the kids will know it's there. But as you go from party to party to party, have a game plan. Talk to your spouse, talk to your kids. This is what's expected. This is where we're going. This is who we're going to see. Have a good time. Self-care. Take care of yourself. Make sure that there's moments where you guys can hang out and pause and remember why you're gathering with family for the season, but not get home at the end of the night because you're going to be exhausted, but maybe get home at the end of the night and remember the good times and not just how everything was chaotic, right? And don't be like Kevin McAllister and get left at home. You guys are awesome. Check us out. My Wife Still Likes Me, mywifestilllikesme.com. As always, I am not a mental health professional. If you feel like there is something greater that you need help with, please seek professional help. They will be able to hopefully walk you through a great end of the other side of the journey of whatever it is you're looking for. We are not that. We're having a fun look at how to manage life and be married and have a good time. Check us out on the socials, comment, let us know if there's something you want to talk about, and we will see you next time. Bye.